Good morning, I'm Mario Donovan with AT Overland Equipment. We're here at Overland Expo in Flagstaff 2023, and you are watching Waypoint Overland TV.
All right, guys, we are here at AT Overland. I'm with Mario, and we are going to be checking out some of his awesome rigs at Overland Expo West.
Hi there, I'm Mario. Let's check them out. So, first newest product that we just released this week for Overland Expo is our Terra Topper. And it is kind of that in-between product between our conventional toppers and the pop-ups and a slide-in camper. So what we did was we took a technology from our XLF camper, sliced the bottom off of it, and created a lightweight, cavernous opening topper. So,
Mario, are these for what size trucks are these for?
So what we're doing right now, first model releases, these are for 6.5 foot full-size trucks. So Tundra, this is on a Ram, Ford F-150, etc. Right? We will be releasing for all of the full-size line, so the 5.5 foot trucks, the 675 for the Ford Super Duties, and 8 foot trucks. So just like in our regular topper line, we'll cover all those. Okay. And then eventually we will release also for the 6 foot, Tacoma, Colorado platform and 5 foot. Perfect. Yeah. So this is made all from honeycomb composite, and then it's shot with a polyurethane coating, and then automotive paint. And we put a ceramic additive into it, so it enhances its ability to resist heat load. So, yeah.
Yeah, it looks super rugged, and probably looks also like it'll hold up to a bunch of scratching on branches and stuff going by.
It'll take a beating. Basically, the polyurethane coating is like bed liner material, right? So you can drag the branches across it. Yeah. So you come up inside, you can see I can fully stand up in here. I got 81 inches of headroom. Right?
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
Yeah, and can't touch either wall.
Right.
Yeah, so nice and wide. So the idea behind this is that you'd be able to ride your bike in here, or throw your whitewater kayaks, or even ride an ATV because it's wide enough to do that.
Right. Talk about this. What is this here?
Okay, so in the rear corners, we have a Molly panel, as you can see.
Yeah.
But that's our electrical raceway.
Okay.
And what we've done with this camper, since so many people are doing fridges and powering devices, recharging cameras, plugging in, we made a 185 watt solar panel standard on this. And so we have wiring that comes down here, and then you have an Anderson power pole connection, so you can plug in whatever your favorite flavor of power pack is.
Yep.
Make a lot of sense?
Yep.
And then this is wiring to that. We have automotive power points, USB power points, and you also have them up here, so a little bit more convenient. Yeah. The other thing too, this has a king size bed. This slides out, right? It becomes a king size bed. Right?
Nice.
Pretty sweet, right?
Yeah.
Now, you could order an extra one of these panels, and you can create a bunk bed situation like this, which is pretty nice. And then the other thing that we really like is it's like a sofa, right?
Right.
And it's pretty darn comfy, kicking back.
All right, Phil, we are taking the rest of the day.
All right, see you later. Yeah, we're out. No, see, it's pretty cool, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And you have this huge door, right? So you can imagine, like, maybe you're down in Baja, you unloaded your dirt bikes, you're backed up to the beach, there's the sunset and the waves crashing, right?
Yeah.
And we also have little fold-up tables, right?
See that one on each side?
Yeah, they're conveniently placed, so you can have your cerveza here, and they're also perfect standing height.
Right.
Right.
How about these? How about the windows?
These windows are awesome. So standard on this camper are 4 Arctic Tern Overland windows. These are a double pane acrylic window. They also have a reflective blind that blocks out the light, and then they also have a bug screen.
Very cool.
So what's really nice about this configuration, this angle forces convection for air to move.
Yep.
So if you open these up, then air will flow through this camper. Right, and it's going to just pull it in as the hot air rises, right?
Yep.
And so you don't need to have a roof fan on this.
Saves power.
Saves power. I don't want to hear the roof fan over that beach right there, right?
Exactly.
Do you? No.
No. Perfect. Mario, what do we have? What are we looking at here?
Well, this is another adaptation of the parts that we use to make our toppers. You know, so that what we had requests for, I just want a shelf. I already have a rooftop tent, but I want a high quality insulated aluminum shelf.
Yep.
Okay, so we looked at it and we figured out how to take all the components that we currently use for making our other 3 toppers, the Atlas, Summit, and Habitat, and turning this into a cap.
Okay.
So some people like that super stealth way to camp and prefer to use like a large ground tent. So that was the solution.
Nice aluminum.
Yeah, you've got aluminum, you got an inch of honeycomb composite there, and also in the roof, so that keeps it nice and cool when it's hot outside. And the top is white, so it'll reflect that light. And then this also is featuring our interior cabinet systems. So these cabinet systems that we build will go in any truck. You could have it in this cap, you could have it in our other 4 models, you could have it in that Terra Topper. So drawer systems, right? And then this is all made from a foam composite, and then we shoot it with bed liner. That same polyurethane material that you see here, that's what's on the Terra Topper.
Very nice.
Yeah, and then we like to use...
And ultra rugged, it looks like.
Oh, heck yeah. Yeah. And then we like to use the National Luna fridge freezers. They're bar none the best. You can't buy a better fridge out there. And we use mostly their electronic components as well. Yeah. All right, you want to see another one?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I want to see it all.
Okay. Chase you guys around.
It's a little early for drinking.
All right.
All right, next one.
All right. So this topper is our original topper. It's our flagship unit. It's called the Habitat. The Habitat takes a 5-foot truck or any other truck, and when you open this up, you have a 15.5-foot living space. It's massive on the inside, right? And this is not easy to do from an engineering perspective because of this cantilever off the back. Right? This is actually your sleeping area up here.
Right. It doesn't look like it doesn't need the support that you would normally see.
It doesn't exactly, and that's all the magic in how we engineer stuff. And on this one, we have a neat little trick solar panel. So this solar panel folds flat this way.
Yep.
So when it's closed, you're getting power. Okay. When you get into camp, pivots out this way, and now you're getting power. Yeah, exactly. And that's 185 watt. That's the same panel that we use on the Terra Topper. Yeah. And then
What size tent is this?
So
inside.
15.5 feet long, and it's about 52 inches wide. Yeah, it's pretty big.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you got a lot of stand-up room on the inside. You can see this also has our cabinetry system in here. And then this one also has the Truma forced air heater.
Yep.
So it's a propane heater. It's designed for a much larger space. Yep. So as a result, you end up having a very quiet unit because it doesn't have to run a lot of air movement or power to heat up the space.
See an exhaust out the side there.
Yeah, intake and exhaust are out the side.
What about this? Does that slide across? I assume that front's down?
So that's a bifold panel.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to sleep 4 people in here, you can close up that space and create another platform.
Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. And then that way you would just use like an air mattress or something up there.
Right.
The Habitat comes standard with its own mattress, but getting that all to close up, if you wanted other mattresses, not quite enough space inside that sandwich to do that. Yeah. This truck has another cool feature, and this is a new product. It's called Trailed, and Trailed started to make these water tanks that go in your spare tire location.
Oh, yeah.
And they're stackable, and they have these little knobs to index them.
Yep.
Right? So we just started carrying them, and what we're doing is we're actually doing spin welding and fittings in them so you can stack multiple tanks and then link them together.
Yep.
So this truck's got a water fill on the side, and then what we've done is we take the water out of the tank using that cool Dometic faucet that was released a couple of years ago.
Yep.
And so it's just a really nice way to, bring water out, and it's in a space that you're not using, right?
Right.
And it's low, right, where it should be, keeping that CG down.
Yep. How many gallons fit in one of these?
There's 6 gallons each.
Okay.
So in this truck, there's 2 of them stacked, So you've got 12 gallons of potable water. You know, that's good for your average weekend.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Are you ready to see another one?
Yes.
All right. Okay. Well, let's go see the Summit. So this is the Summit Topper. So the Summit Topper is a wedge topper, right?
Okay.
You can see how every owner kind of configures differently, right? So the bed is also in a wedge, right? So when you get inside, you just push the bed up and it flips out of the way.
Yep.
What's nice about the Summit is that when the bed is down, you still have 32 inches of space to stand, right?
Yep.
So if, you know, let's say you're sleeping with somebody else, they can get out of bed without disturbing you. You don't have to move some panels out of the way or anything like that. Yeah. And then this one is featuring an insulated liner that we make.
Okay.
And that insulated liner really deadens the noise, and it makes it thermally far more comfortable on the inside.
What size bed is this?
It's 48 inches wide, but it's 80 inches long. Yeah. Somewhere around a double, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
And the pop-up is all aluminum. The whole
Pop-up's all aluminum. Has honeycomb composite in the roof as well, so that insulates the roof.
Yep.
Yeah, and honeycomb composite in the sidewalls, and then we carpet that, and that helps minimize condensation on the inside, deadens sound, and as you can see, is super popular location for patches.
Perfect.
Yeah.
You gotta have patches.
Gotta have patches. And then all of our lift gates also have lighting in the lift gate.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, so we use amber lighting so it's not so harsh on the eyes at night, and that illuminates your tailgate, which is typically where you're congregating, prepping food, pulling your fridge out.
Put your cerveza down.
Put your cerveza down or your Gatorade. Yeah. All right. Ready to see another one?
Yes.
All right, let's do it. Okay, so here we have.
I like the fact that you have all these different variations, because everybody, I tell people all the time, everybody likes something different. There's no right thing for, everything.
Right. Yeah.
You've got an extension one, you've got a what do you call that, the angle popping?
Yeah, wedge style, and then this is a vertical pop-up. Yeah, we realize that, one size doesn't fit all, and people have different styles of how they want to travel and what kind of space feels comfortable to them. And I believe we are the only topper company that has 4 offerings.
Yeah.
I think everyone else has pretty much just got, one style and they focus on that. But we like to make it so that when a customer comes through our door, they're not shopping on price, they're shopping on the feature that works for them, right? Because these are all comparable in price range. Okay. So the Atlas is a vertical pop. Right? So it has bifold panels in it.
Yep.
This one has our newer fabric for the thermal liner. It's kind of quilted.
Yep.
And we went with the gray. It's a little darker, so when you close it up, you can sleep at night.
Or if you're in Alaska.
Or you're in Alaska, right? Yeah, exactly. This one also has our heater installed in it, but it was installed on the front bulkhead because the customer didn't get the rear pass-through window.
Yep.
And then that beauty of that Velcro compatibility with the carpet we use, you can see all these bags have been attached to the wall, right?
Yeah.
So now the owner can customize that space and
nice
storage.
For storage.
Yeah, exactly. And then he also has a wrap-on toilet. That's that green box back there. And we use the wrap-on toilet also in our Terra XLF camper, which is our flagship vehicle. And that's a toilet that encapsulates the waste and hermetically seals it in plastic. Heat seals it. So you end up with a biohazard too, throwing trash like a diaper, no contact with the pathogens, smelly, sticky stuff. Yeah.
And it's a cool green color.
And it's a cool green color, exactly. Yeah. This topper's got a couple of solar panels on the roof, and that's feeding that power pack, so it's pretty much self-contained. So that secondary battery that's driving all the auxiliary stuff is completely separated from the vehicle battery. So that way he doesn't have to have that anxiety of the weekend's over, I turn the key, and it's going to start.
Not going anywhere.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Cool.
All right, you want to take a look at our new XLF camper?
Yes.
Yeah, so we've gone through a couple of generations of this, and we're now in the 3rd gen, and we polished the stone even more.
Good. Fancy one.
is the one you go around the world in, basically. Yeah. So one of the new things that we've done is we worked with an engineer to develop a mini split air conditioning system that runs pure DC. So it's actually very efficient. Its average power consumption is between 300 and 700 watts per hour, but we have a 3,900 watt power bank. So theoretically, you could go quite a while before you need to charge. But we also have 400 watts of solar on the roof, and then we use National Luna DC-to-DC charging systems that make 40 amps per hour on idle. So it doesn't take a lot to get to recharge. We also have a 600 watt DC power supply that recharges the battery via 120 volt DC. So you've got a lot of different options on how to charge it, either idle, sun, or plug-in. Wow. Yeah. Another thing that we've done, this is the first time we've done this, but we managed to work Starlink into
Starlink,
this.
yeah. You can't go anywhere without Starlink.
Right, exactly. So we have a marine pass-through for the Ethernet cable. So we modified the cable, and then we've eliminated the Starlink router, actually. So we have a pure DC system. So we're running a 48 volt buck boost to drive that dish. And then we put in a 12 volt router, and it's all concealed, so you don't have to plug anything in or turn inverter on or
not losing power on the inverter process
exactly
anyway.
Yeah. And in fact, the pole that we use, this is the residential mounting pole for for Starlink.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's two-piece, it's stout, it's steel, it's powder coated, and it fits in the rear drawer. So one of the things that's a little different on this truck, we've had this truck here at Expo before, but we've changed the bed. So we've partnered with Bowen Customs out of Colorado, and they've made a bed specifically to fit cab axle 60 trucks and fit the Terra. So it's tidy, it's neat, tons of storage.
Yeah, I see that. Wow.
It's crazy, right? So I have all of the same kit and gear that I normally carry in here, which used to fill my other flatbed, and I still got room,
lots of space,
right?
Yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah, and this bed ended up being 246 pounds lighter than the bed we had. So this bed weighed 764 pounds when we weighed it. The bed we had on this truck before was 1,010.
And as we always talk about, weight
GVW
is always important. The less weight, the better.
Yeah, exactly. This truck has a 14,000 pound GVW, but as it sits, like road ready weight, full fuel, water, gear, food, clothing, all of that, this on the scale weighed out at 12,150 pounds. So we're in that sweet spot. We're staying legal, we're staying safe. You don't have to go to crazy tires or anything like that. Exactly. I'll show you some more pictures of the bed. Nice, tidy.
More storage space.
Yeah, really good weather resistance on the way that they've done this. Yeah, their seal and how this comes out, so it creates a path for water to escape as opposed to welcoming it in.
Going inside and staying in there,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then this has a nice big drawer in the back. It's 60 inches long.
Oh, wow. Wow. Wow.
And it's also sealed, right? So it's a drawer inside a box with a seal. So this is that stuff.
Mounts for jerry cans.
Mounts for jerry cans. You can also carry extra propane cylinders if you wanted. You could even double up like this mount. You can take and you can rotate it 90 degrees, and then you can stack another one next to it. So depending on how you travel, like when I travel, sometimes I'm putting my dirt bike on a hitch carrier, right? Diesel truck, so I need to carry a little bit of gasoline. This I'll carry extra water in if I think I need it. That's a lifesaver can, so I can purify questionable water before I put it into the camper. So again, all of our products we use the turn doors and windows. Their stuff is really good. So let's see, this one has the insulating cover on it, right? This is really nice. It just makes that door so warm. This also has stainless steel screen on it.
Right.
Right. That's knife proof. And so you end up with basically a security door on the outside.
Oh, sorry.
And then your lock is here, right?
Yeah, right. So it passes through the main.
Yeah. And then this is a bolt lock. You see there's a bolt on the bottom and a bolt on the top.
Yep.
Right? So it's locked it in like a regular security door.
So you can actually be secure inside and still get airflow.
Exactly. Or maybe, I don't know, headed down to the beach. You want to leave it open, but you want to be safe. Lock it, but still have airflow. All right.
That's super nice.
Climb aboard, man.
All right, let's go. Try not to.
Don't worry, we got protective coating.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna need it today. Wow. A lot of room.
All right. Now we're inside the Terra XLF. It's in its 3rd generation right now. You can see the bed platform is up here. We use the Froley springs underneath on the bed. It provides air underneath the mattress so you don't get condensation buildup, but it also gives you this additional support. So it's super comfy. You can see there's some cushions up there. The way that this bed works is that you pull it out, and those cushions go towards the front,
on the front side,
and they extend that, and now it becomes a king-size bed. So you sleep head here, feet down there.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So you have these big drawers underneath the bed.
Yeah.
Right.
Lots of room.
Now they look really long, right?
Yep.
Well, they're not the full length of the bed. We have 3 hidden compartments underneath the bed. We call those our little smuggler cabins.
Yeah.
Right. So you pull this out, you engage the drawers, and you pull the bed towards you.
Yeah.
And then the 3 cabinets are revealed underneath there. All right.
Sweet.
Now, the bed's up here, right?
Yep.
It's kind of hard to get into, right?
Yep.
So the way we've solved that is we have 2 pull-out steps. So you gauge a step here, and you gauge a step here. And these are rated for 275 pounds, so now you have this way to get in and out of the bed.
That's neat.
Yeah. And then to manage storage, we use the Step 22 bags.
Yep.
And then these are like half bags, right? So you can double them up.
Double them inside, yeah.
Yeah. What's nice about these is it really helps you stay organized. It removes all of the fussy hardware that you might have with drawers and other types of cabinet systems. And it also allows you to transport that gear.
I was about to say, you can just take it easily somewhere else if you need to.
Exactly. I actually have extra bags at home in my garage that are based on the seasons that we travel in. So that clothing is going to change. So now I'm going to put in a bag that's full of gloves and hats and stuff, right?
Right.
Whereas, you know, the other bag's got, you know, swimsuits and you see what I'm saying? And flip-flops. There's also a hanging closet for clothing in here. So, you know, if you travel a lot and maybe you do business while you're on the road.
You got your jacket in there.
You want to have something that's not a rumpled zookeeper shirt, right? You know, you might want to look nice going to a restaurant.
Yeah.
So when you're done with the bed, you just push the whole thing back, and it locks in place.
Nice.
Yeah. So one of the other cool features of those cushions is those cushions can be used when we convert the dinette.
Okay.
So in the dinette conversion, we can turn it into a bed.
Right.
But then we can also turn it into a sofa lounge. Yeah, it's
like
really sweet. Yeah. So.
Wow. And I'm guessing,
Shower pan.
Shower pan. That's what I'm looking at.
Yeah. So we have a shower curtain that velcros to the ceiling.
Yep.
And kind of fits as a funnel.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah. And then in your kitchen galley area, you've got a 2-burner stove, the sink combination, cutting board that we cut out of the countertop. The countertops are all 100% solid bamboo. Yeah, nice surface to work on, super durable. You don't have to worry about the edge trim being knocked off, stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah. We have WUSB ports and power ports all around the camper.
I like the accent lighting.
Yeah, and that's dimmable. We actually use the Garmin power switch to drive all the lights. So that allows you to control your lights from an app on your phone and also connect to your Garmin Navigator.
Nice.
Big advantage there on your Garmin Navigator is that you're backing into some dark spot in the middle of the night. We have 3 scene ambulance lights, side and rear, so you can light that up and see what you're backing into. But if all you want is soft light around camp, you can dim those lights down. Right on the app.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. Right over the stove, we put a fan that has a light around it, and that is directly on top of your stove. The reason why this placement is here is you want to be as close as possible to your stove to vent out your odors and the additional steam you might incur, right? So here we have the inside air handler.
I just laughing. Everything gets to stick on the walls. It's perfect.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
I love that. That's a great concept.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, but this is the air handler for the split unit, right? And it has sort of this distribution louver on it, so it moves the air back and forth, kind of wafts it around. You see that on like LG units and right?
Home units.
Yeah, exactly. So this is your water pump control. Makes sense. Water pump switch is where the water is, right? And this, you see this button's lit, and that says FARS on it. That's a fresh air replenishment system, which is basically like an energy recovery system in a LEED certified home HVAC system. So what it's doing is it's taking air from the inside, taking it to the outside, balancing the temperature over a thermal plenum, and bringing fresh air in. So let's say your worst situation for condensation, winter camping, right?
Sure.
So warm inside, you got my toasty 69 degrees or whatever, and it's 10 outside. Well, you don't want to open a window because you're going to release all your BTU, right? So what you want to do is pass that air out and then preheat that 10 degree air over your expelling 69 degree air and preheat it. In the process, you remove condensation or vapor in the air, and you reduce your overall risk of condensation.
Right. Don't turn yourself into a jungle.
Yeah, exactly.
I've seen that happen in scenarios where next thing you know, it's like you got condensation everywhere.
Yeah.
That's a cool idea.
Yeah. So we also have the wrap-on toilet in this camper.
Yep.
It's underneath the dinette seat, so it's tucked away when you don't need it, and it's easily deployable. Lots of little storage spaces.
See that?
Yeah. We make all of our plumbing accessible, so you can service anything at any time.
Yep.
You can still use that area for storage.
I like that concept with all the pull-outs. That's a great idea.
It's super easy. We love the Step 22 stuff. It's just really well thought out. We like the fact that it has labels that you can peel off, and it allows you to change the personality of that bag. How's it being used?
Right.
Yeah.
Same windows as
Same
you saw
windows,
before.
the Terra Overland windows. We also have their roof hatch. Love this thing. Because when you're talking about hot weather, but maybe it's not so hot that you need the air conditioner, and just rock the ventilation through, right?
Yeah. This has screen as well.
Has butt screen, or maybe you don't want it so much.
Very nice.
Yeah, and it has a LED bezel in it. So these are warm white lights, so a little softer lighting. This is actually really good light for over the dinette table. Like if you're, road warrior working on your laptop, it's the right lighting in the right place, right?
All right, Mario, tell me about the fridge.
All right, this fridge is a National Luna 90 liter. We love these fridges. I said that earlier. So what's nice about this one is you have 50 liters of a fridge and 40 liters of freezer capability. But you don't always have to use it as a freezer, so you can control those two compartments individually. And you can set it as 2 refrigerators or 2 freezers potentially, but it's nice to have that much space. We don't like front-loading fridges in campers. What they do is a front-loading fridge requires that you reserve real estate to get into it, right? And then every time you open that door, all that cool air spills out. So then the compressor's got to fire back up, so there's an inefficiency to that. Having the top-loading fridge, most of that stays in. So you have less compressor cycling, less energy consumption. And by building this into our counter space, now this becomes useful area.
It's a counter,
right?
Yep.
And even, sometimes, we do trips and people congregate into the camper because the weather's cold or it's raining, like yesterday.
All day.
Yeah. So, this is useful area. You can sit up here, right? You can have a bunch of people in here and it doesn't feel crowded. I mean, we're 3 grown men. Those of you behind the camera can't see us, but there's a lot of space, right? And nobody's crowded in here.
No, that's the one thing I noticed about this the most is it's super spacious.
And the crazy thing is this footprint is 80 inches by 80
Yeah,
inches.
I know. It sure doesn't feel like it.
Right?
Yeah.
This is basically a king-size bed mattress,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But it's well laid out,
Yeah.
so all that space is utilized. You know, we have storage underneath the seats, storage underneath the toilet. Everything's just used. We don't have any dead space anywhere.
I see plenty of USB outlets.
More USB. We put an Ethernet connection down here just in case you wanted to go hard cable to device, and then you've got
and like you
USB.
said, that's going to the 12-volt router.
Yeah, exactly. And then you have the control for the toilet as well. Okay. And then you also have light switches there. So you don't have to control the lights just from the app. You can do it from hard switches.
And it looks like you could do it from outside by just reaching in.
Exactly. Right, just reach right through the door. It's just right there in front of you.
I like it. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, and then the land gun table lifts up and down. You can pull that out to take your shower. So the tabletop, you can pull it out to use the shower. You can use the tabletop rested here on the cleats, and then turn this into a single bed using the back cushions. Alternatively, you can leave that there. You can take the cushions from the king-size bed, lay them in here and along the back, and now you have a lounge sofa to hang out on. Right?
Yep.
So it's more like at home, you know. I don't know about you, but like I like to kick up on the sofa, get a blanket and a book and a beverage, and you know.
So I mean, this small area has like 3 or 4 purposes all in one thing.
Exactly. It's kind of a Swiss Army knife application here. You also have the storage underneath the seats, so we actually store the Starlink disc in there.
Oh, okay. Yep.
The dish.
Yep.
So plenty of room to do that. And you know, this is tall enough and wide enough for 12 packs of beer. So that was a design element.
Smart one.
It was something we were considering, right, in the process. And then the toilet is underneath this side.
Okay. Yep. Oh, perfect.
Yeah, there's the wrap-on toilet.
Yep.
And you would take the cushion out, and then you cycle it.
Yep.
And there's also more storage behind it. So there's storage for the sleeves.
Like the sleeves and.
Yeah, and the coagulant packs.
Yep.
And storage along the side as well. Just drop these back in. And we're done. We made all of these cushions work in such a way that when they are put into their locking positions,
they positively lock in.
They don't come out.
Right.
So when you get down to the end of the road, and you open your camper,
flying everywhere.
the cushions are still where they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
It's been a real pleasure showing you the camper.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much. This has been awesome. And of course, like anything else, you know, come by, have people stop by, and they get good ideas, and they go, "Oh, I like that one better than the other one."
Exactly. And then, like yesterday when it was raining,
it was crowded in here.
Yeah, we were holding court. It was good.
Yeah.
It's been a fun camper to build and create over these years.
Yeah. And this one you said is brand new.
Yeah, this is Gen 3. Generation 3. We added 2 inches into the roof height.
Yep.
So it just makes it feel a little roomier. It's
amazing.
Yeah, just that much.
Big difference.
Made a huge difference.
Sure.
Yeah. There's more and more people over 6 feet these days.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Not me, but.
Yeah, me neither.
All right, Mario.
Pleasure, Mike.
Yes, thank you very much for the tour, and be sure to check out AT Overland.
And thank you for watching Waypoint TV.